Not personality, not who you like hanging out with. Who is the best West Palm DJ?
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a hard question.
I feel like you can get a lot of people mad at me right now.
Yeah.
That's the point of the question.
But I've been nuts, I getting money, I'm on my thug again. Trying to stack a little dub, trying to catch a win. And next time I drop a coupe, it's gonna be a twin turbo. Always been a G, but I ain't never been a herb though.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Millennial Mentality Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Agnelli, here with my co-host, Peter Price.
Yep.
And our guest today, Arron Illharreguy.
Yes,
Hey! I nailed it again!
It's getting better and better, baby.
That was take two, take one, un problemo, we figured it out. Illharreguy on deck though. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching, listening, viewing, and subscribing. We're trying to grow in this community. Tell your friends and family about us. It means the world. We like to just ask that is our one favor of you. So if you could, send it to a friend if you laughed or found something cool, and like and subscribe, guys. We love you.
Yes.
So, to our guest, Arron, I heard you are the boogie woogie man to know in West Palm. You want to go out in West Palm and have a good time, you're texting Arron.
For the record, Boogie Woogie Man didn't come out of my mouth. I don't know who you heard that.
You said that.
I did not say Boogie.
See, he does this all the time, bro. He lies, dude. Dude, he
Boogie
lied.
Woogie Man. What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a fetish thing, dude.
Man, I feel like I got the backup for there's the booty call and there's the hooking.
Facts. So are you
Arron
the
is
man
the
to
man.
know downtown?
I think everybody is in their own way, right? Just predominantly looks what you're looking for. Like, I put on a lot of events. Obviously, I'm a GM of a venue, and we have another venue. So it just depends what you're looking for, you know?
That was a very humble way to say it, but yeah,
Very humble.
he's the man.
He's the man.
downtown.
Yeah. That's what I got in my interpretation. All right, let's just talk about the hospitality sector for a bit, and then we'll get back into your personal life. But like with the hospitality itself, when did you get started in that?
About 10 years, man. Started off college, just was looking for a weekend job. Buddy goes, never forget this, it was at Chipotle, Cody Key. Hey, man, you want to do security at Blue Martini? Of course, I was looking at my skinny ass, and I was like, I don't know, big dog, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, we'll put you at front door or whatever. So I ended up doing it, and then...
Question for like security up front.
Yeah.
Do you on purpose put a mean mug on your face? Is that like an identity of someone? Like you can't smile as a security guy. I feel like that's like showing weakness.
You know, inside guy, you can't smile. Outside guy, you got to be the pretty boy. You got to be good looking.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's surprisingly, that's how they swerve in, you know, the outside girls a lot of the time. You put a
Okay.
good looking dude to the front.
Makes sense.
Yeah, humble brag. I like it. So, because, dude, I'll tell you what, like 1, 2, 3 security guys out front, I'm not
A little
checking them.
intimidating, right?
Yeah, I'm not checking them.
Yeah, they're all like 6 something.
Yeah, they're jacked, dude. Jacked.
Went to, FSU, they're like 3 middle linebackers, we'll take them.
Yeah.
But,
There's a recruitment process.
seriously. So you started at Blue Martini, working the door. What was that like?
It was interesting. It was different clientele, right? Older, younger, whatever. It was a lot of fun, but the best part about it was after like 2 months, he saw that I knew a lot of college kids because I went to PBA. He's like, do you want to be a VIP host? So you get paid the same, but you get a percentage off bottles, and you get to drink with your friends. Sign.
It's quite the jump.
Yeah.
Is that really, because Dirt kind of said the same thing. That's like the perfect job, right? Right.
If you've got the
a
right
Rolodex,
credentials,
yeah.
if you can fill the place up and
Yeah.
get people in there, sure.
Because that's literally, you're just like contacting people and hanging out.
Yeah, so I mean, this is the thing, right? It's all personal. So if
Yeah.
everybody likes you and you're a taco person, dude, you add to the party, right? Because they're already coming out with friends. So
Facts.
now you're just a friend that has access.
To
liquor.
Yeah. That's so true. That's a great way to put it. Now, when you started to become that VIP host and do that, what was that transition like? And were you taking it like serious as like in a business, or was like this was just the next job to lead to the next job?
Yeah, man, I didn't take it too serious at first. Obviously, it was just like having fun with friends and then making some money. And the money, honestly, at that time was actually pretty decent for a college kid. But what it was is, dude, as soon as I saw a future, which it kind of like clicked because a good buddy of mine took me in the room, whatever. But dude, the transition, it was like front door checking IDs to drinking with your friends. The next thing you know, you're doing Tuesday inventory room. You're like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah. How fast was that?
I'd say within 1 year, man, I went literally two months front door. I did almost like 8 months of, I think it was VIP host. And then I wanted to learn more. I was graduating college. My good buddy Joe DeRosa took me in and he was like, hey, come check with me on Tuesday's inventory. So I started going in there and started doing inventories with him.
R.I.P. Joe, bro.
Yeah, man.
That was because I thought that name rang a bell. He passed recently, yeah?
He did.
Wow.
He did, man.
That's from, it was natural or was it?
It was a random, he had a heart attack. It was a random heart attack. Yeah, man. It was just, it caught all of us off guard, to be honest with you. Because he was just with us. And then, obviously, it's one of my best friends. He went up to Boston. And then, yeah, man. Like, he was with... Pros and cons, right? And I don't mean that way, but pros was he was with family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cons would have been if that shit would have happened here. And none of us would have known for the couple days.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Well,
you know.
rest in peace. Yeah, seriously.
For real.
When is it fair to say, this is me from a third party, don't take this as factually, I feel like Blue Martini used to be popping probably around the time you were there.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's not really like, you remember when we used to come home from college and it was like, where you going, Blue Martini, you know? It was kind of the 1, 2, 3.
Any time there, but it used to be a hot spot.
Yeah. And what happened to them? Like, as far as did they start promoting different places? Did they spread out?
Well, it's just like anything else, right? Once you expand to become a franchise, right, you start losing what got you busy. And I think the people that got it busy got comfortable. And, you know, a lot of stuff happens between the lines along the way. You know, corporate sees certain things. They want to make cuts that got them busy. But, I mean, obviously I can't talk too much about it. But there's I just think it's just like anything when a food spot goes national, the food don't taste the same.
I agree.
Right? So
Duffy's.
Well
Shout
said.
out to Duffy's. Duffy's is bones now. Fuck you, Duffy's. Talking about jumbo wings my ass. Dude, Duffy's used to be the sauce, you know?
You know what the biggest scam about Duffy's is?
What's that?
That it's like happy hour all day, every day. Every
2
drink's
for
buy
one drinks.
But the drink is like $15.
It's like simple math, Duffy's.
A beer is $8, but you get 2 of them.
Do you want to? I served at Duffy's too. Fuck you, Duffy's. You know how annoying it is when someone just sits down and says, "Man, I just want one cold one and I want to go home." And you're like, "No, you get 2." And they're like, "No, dude, just I want to pay for one." You're like, "No, it comes for 2." There is no half beer, dude.
Nah,
you know?
I miss the handles, man. When I was in college,
What's
that's
that?
where it was at when they used to have the handles.
Oh yeah,
The
dude.
cold ice handles, dude. And you got 2 of those bad boys. You thought even if I was getting ripped out then, just mentally you thought you were getting your money's worth.
And fuck you, Buffalo Wild Wings, dude. All you guys are trash. I'll tell you what. You been to BWW's lately?
No, dude, not a
It
long
sucks. Go to McDonald's, get some buffalo sauce, and flip it up in the fucking plastic cup. I'm fired up right now.
Yeah, you are.
On
Dude,
that
we just
subject,
struck a chord.
God, we're gonna jump back to you, Aaron. I got.
We know what sponsors we're never getting.
Anything corporate, we're not getting
Stop,
it.
reach out. We love you guys.
Yes, Rick Ross. Facts. Have you seen the DJ Khaled stuff that he's been coming out lately? He's like, he cried one time saying they just didn't believe in us.
Yeah,
He
that's
says it
the
for like
beginning of
4
every
years.
song
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
And then his new album is like, why not? Or some, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
anyways.
The album art for it is him crying, though.
What?
Yeah, it's like an animated album cover of him crying.
That's what? I
Yeah,
don't know
I'll
if
pull
that's
it
the
up. We'll
direction.
throw it on the screen.
Yeah. So, any Hoosers, back to you, Aaron. You started growing in Blue Martini. Now you are, I'm assuming, either a GM or AGM. Now you're doing inventory, so you're a manager of some type.
Yeah, I was in the transition of learning management, so I could try to become a manager. That's the only way you do it. You know, obviously most places they see potential or favoritism, whatever, you know, case be. But I was trying to learn because obviously it's cheaper to make someone a manager than a promoter, right? Because you're gonna salary over paying someone a percentage.
Correct.
So I was trying to learn as a manager when I probably should have gone promoter route back in the day.
Yeah. Now, when at the time, right, in generals, like, what was a promoter making percentage-wise? Just because from someone I have no clue. Like, if you sell $1,000.
So all deals are different. VIP hosts, I was only getting 5 or 10%. But promoters, which these deals really don't exist anymore, you know, but deals are anywhere from 10 to 20% of sales.
Okay.
Of
I got
sales.
it.
Net
for
sales,
the whole
not
night?
gross. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, from
That's
everything.
pretty nuts.
That was back in the days, deals.
Yeah, they don't do that much anymore.
They don't do that shit anymore.
That's like a fat chunk. Dude.
Yeah, that could be huge.
If you do it right, you work one day, you can make your money's worth.
No shit.
Yeah. Dude, the money is in. Obviously, those deals. You. This is the thing a lot of people don't do. You take a venue that makes nothing, right? They need you, so then you make the percentage deal. You flip it, but I mean, obviously, there's a formula to make it busy. But that's where the money's at, dude. You go to someone that needs you, and you flip the venue.
So do you go to these venues who are doing shit and be like, hey, you guys got to hire this DJ, you got to do this?
Yeah, I mean, every venue is different, right? Like, I want to go to Gachina's and do the same thing I do at Myers. Or I want to go to Clematis Social and do the same thing I do at 123. All of them are all different, so you place the right placements at these places. But I got lucky. I got taught by Joe DeRosa and a guy named AJ Sosa. When you're talking about Boca Blue on Thursdays back in the day, he was the one that was running those college parties. And
Boca Blues, dude. That was the name of it.
Was it You Thursdays or something like that? Blue.
Yeah, I don't know, but a lot, yeah. And then there was a girls' night too, right? Or was that?
Yeah, Blue University. That's what it was.
Wow,
Yeah.
Throwback Thursday,
That's good,
man.
dude.
So, how long were you at that specific spot before you started bouncing around?
I was at Blue for about almost a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I did everything. Bar backed. The only thing I wasn't big in was bartending. The only reason why is I noticed a lot of bartenders that get stuck because the money gets decent, depending on location or where you're at. But they get stuck because it's cash flow in that moment, right? Mm-hmm. But sometimes if you become a promoter or manager, whatever, depending, if you wait the week to get the check, it's bigger.
Facts. Yeah. It's kind of thinking long term and where is this heading towards? I need money now, you know? Now, when you left Blue, where did you go? How did you attack the next steps as far as investing in your future and whatnot?
You think this is funny, man, but I left actually back to the West Coast after...
Of the United States or Florida?
United States. I went back to like California, Arizona.
Okay.
What happened was they let Joe go. So I'm old school loyalty. So as soon as they told him they let him go, I put my 2 weeks in.
No shit.
And then I was like, all right, I graduated college. I said Joe didn't know what he was going to do at the time. So I was like, all right, I'll go back to the West Coast. I actually got offered at the time when Camelot was opening to work with good old Jay Pitts. And I didn't take it at the time because I was just going home. I'd go home, I'd come back. I got a job with the Yellow Pages. But they were transferred into YP, so I learned SEO for about a year.
The Yellow Pages?
Yeah, the Yellow Pages.
You came
the
back.
book.
I'm
that
thinking
good old book.
Yellow Pages bar. Like I'm trying to think yellow.
Mellow
so
Yellow.
You jumped to Yellow Pages.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I wanted to get a. What happened was I saw SEO was getting busy. Yeah. So I wanted to jump into digital marketing. At that time period, and learning with them, like they were transferring. The gentleman that took over AT&T took over YP. And then he taught us all digital marketing, display ads, SEO, all that stuff.
So you took that and then you brought
I went
it
back to the club business with it.
How long were you at YP for?
About a year and a couple months. And then it's funny. I was already like, all right, I'm kind of over it. I learned everything, I actually got a call at the time to get back in the biz at the same time.
Where'd you jump back into?
Funny, pawn shop. And I had to take, I took like a huge pay cut. Like I was getting paid like nickels and dimes at that time. And then 8 months later, I got a better offer and then a better offer, and things just kept going from there.
Wow. So give me the Rolodex for you from pawn shop, then where?
Pawn shop, AJ left pawn shop, went to Monarchy. He looked at me, he's like, you want to come over? And I was like, no, let me think about it.
Which is like literally right next
yeah,
door.
Bro. It's literally. Bro, it was free agency season. and then what happened was, man, some deal went wrong. They tried to do me dirty at the time, so I went over to do the craziest thing ever. I'm not going to say particularly who the people was, but me and AJ were shaking hands. I swear this like out of a movie. We're like this. I'm like, I'm down. I'm coming over. The car drives out of the way. One of the main people at that venue, his girlfriend, sees me in mid-handshake with the dude. I was like, oh, shit. Bro, yeah, so that's...
You should have pulled the handbag.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to hear it later.
That's so awkward. Imagine me like, fuck you, manager. I quit. You take off one shirt, you walk next door, you put on the other one.
They're literally like connected.
Yeah, that's super awkward. Okay, so...
You know what else is attached to that building? Duffy's.
Oh, I know where we're at now. All right.
It's your block.
That Duffy slaps too.
You were just talking so much shit.
No, the drinks and the vibe, you know.
Okay,
they got
bro.
pool tables in
You're
there.
playing both sides now.
Darts. I'm a dart guy too, you know. If I see a dartboard, I'll start throwing.
Okay. We're
Here's
gonna have
a
to make that a challenge.
random question, right? You're in a gym locker room, right? You gotta take a shower. You go take a shower. Right, scrub it down.
First of all, have you ever showered at the gym?
Nah, I mean,
You never showered at a gym?
I have, yeah. I was just wondering. Not many people
I
have.
think
Yeah.
junior high, I think it was around that area, dude. But after that, nah, man.
Really? Okay, so as a grown man, it's a pretty interesting landscape, right? Because you'll have some dudes our age who like will drop trowel, walk around like a football locker room, just dick swinging and just like smiling.
I've never seen a dude our age do that. It's always like an 80-year-old guy.
Yeah.
Behind him will be full bush, little caterpillar, 80-year-old guy, just happy about life. And now I know what this man's looks like, you know? So I see him in the gym and I'm starting to think like, well, is he bricked right now? You know? And that's where my mind goes. What?
Where are you going with this?
But my question, like you guys, is so like I try to be like respectful, right? Like I put the towel around my waist and then I put my undies under me and I scoot them up. And so, you know, my horn ain't out at all, really. Right? Someone gets a back shot real quick and then it's close. You know, so because I don't know, dude. I don't know what because I know other guys use the peripherals too, you know. So because I peripheral sometimes too, like I didn't think he was gonna be that big, you know. Joking.
Yeah, okay.
No, but then so I thought like I wanted to ask guys my age, like how do you handle, you know, taking a shower in a public restroom?
I mean, bro, even when I played college ball, we kind of skipped that era, bro. Like, to be totally honest, college or high school, the only time I got it was mandatory in junior high. They literally were like, if you want to be on time for your class, you go in there. Bro, we all used to...
Who was a teacher for that?
Bro. Imagine I'm like, now you said it, Mr. Wilson.
Yeah. All right, boys. 6 a.m.
You know what time it is.
Oh,
I'm
man.
going to go in my office, which is a double-sided
Shit.
window.
It's kind of like that old guy from Family Guy. Nah,
Dude, I'm telling you, bro.
Dude.
That's super weird, man. I'll be honest with you.
But no, I think you have the right strategy.
Yeah.
You keep the towel on, you do your thing
Yeah.
underneath the towel. That's the normal way
But
to
I
do
also
it,
don't
think.
want to make it seem like I'm insecure about my guy, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like...
I think you just... I don't know. I feel like that's pretty normal.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know...
No one thinks you're insecure about it. You talk about your on this, like, every episode.
I don't talk about my Tina. She's usually not in a good sense, Peter.
Yeah, no.
All right, so you leave pawn shop. You went to Monarch.
Yeah, Monarchy.
Okay, and then what's the next step? Like,
So we actually had that year turn Monarchy into the Loft. So before the Loft was now, we turned it at that time to the Loft. So we rebranded it, redid everything to it, and actually the place got busy. And then after that, a year later, got hit up for a place in PGA called Sugar, and we took over Sugar. And then along those ways, that's when I started doing Lenore's Brunch with David Paul and Mike Wise. Did that for a
you
while.
run
I used to do it with them, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, I was like one of the first people that started with them.
Huh.
Yeah.
What year was that?
That had to be around like 2015 to 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you were kind of the kick of it.
Yeah. I mean, I was part of the team.
Yay.
Yeah, no. It was a team thing. And then me, Nito, Steve, Jay Pitts, we started the first date party upstairs at Bum Pawn Shop because they came up to me and they're like, would you like to be part of this because you already do the brunch? And at that time, I was beefing with the VIP host, that girl at Salt 7. Fuck you.
Yeah, you called you soft 7. Fuck you.
Not Salt 7, but that girl. Fuck you.
What? Oh, wait, what'd you call her?
That's a place.
We can cut this out. What?
Salt is a place.
Salt 7 in Delray.
I'm trying to keep up here, guys. Between what are we talking restaurant wise? I was on the yellow thing for a bit. Okay? You need to chill out with the restaurants, man. Like, if it's Angelo's, I get it, you know. But you know, Little Picky, well, I don't have no clue. All right, so you end up at Sugar on PGA.
Yeah.
Sugar Factory, is that like where?
No,
they bring out
we
the
called
steam?
it. So we called it Sugar Nightclub, and what we did was we came up with the concept. As soon as you walked in the club, we turned it into a candy store. So we had. Like when you're paying $10 to get admission, we had like movie theater. We had candy in there. We had everything.
Oh, shit.
We had jars full of gumballs, all the whole bullshit.
Really?
And then we did like whole candy thing. Like we did the fish drinks with the bowls, all the bullshit.
No shit.
Yeah.
And how was that like concept received by people?
To be honest with you, that's at that time period, we're the ones where shows kind of came back into Palm Beach. We started doing, we did Cardi B before Cardi B got big.
Yeah.
Damn.
We did Young Jeezy. We did DMX before
At
he
this
passed.
venue?
At this venue.
Wow.
Where is Sugar?
It was off. You know where the old Safari? We're on the
Like in the hotel?
yeah.
Yeah.
No one wanted to go there, dude, because it's a one-stop shop.
Where you got prom? Oh, you probably didn't go to prom. Did you go to junior prom?
Yeah, the party.
What?
The party afterwards.
Okay.
I was watching outside the door.
I skipped the prom and just went straight to the party.
I know exactly. It's the Marriott right
Yeah.
there, next
the
to
Marriott.
95.
Yep.
Wow. Fantastic. Okay, so Cardi B was there.
Yeah, we did Cardi B show there.
What? Okay.
Yeah. That was before Bodak Yellow came out. We did it.
Damn.
Bodak Yellow.
Yeah.
See, I always mix that up with Kodak Black for some reason.
Yeah,
in my
two
mind.
very different things.
Yeah. So after Sugar, I feel like you've worked in every damn restaurant in the zip code. After Sugar, where'd you go?
After Sugar, I went back downtown and I did the Loft.
Okay, back to the Loft.
Yeah.
Then where do you reside now?
I'm at Myers. What happened was I actually took, so after the Loft, the 2018, 2019, I actually took like a year and a half off. I was just like burnt out, bro. Because for a minute there, I was working at venues. Things didn't work out or whatever because obviously certain things. And then I'd go to another venue that needed help and I would just take it to B. And
Did you ever feel, this is just coming from the third party, like that with you making so many jumps kind of in this local hospitality realm that some people would be hesitant to hire you because you jump around so much?
well, this is the thing. I never jumped because of, it was like, I quit.
Yeah.
Right? It's because
Opportunity.
yeah, my thing is this. You hit me up most of the time. Sometimes people hit you up for the opportunity, but majority of the time, if I'm making you money or I did it, a lot of the time we run into is they're making the money, but then there's a lot of things that on an owner perspective, which I get it. It's not that I don't get it, but they kind of want to cut things that what got them busy.
Yeah, you see it a lot.
I see it a lot, dude.
Why
and I
is
mean,
that?
you've been there too, you know?
Yeah.
And the problem is you're like, dude, if we see it because we saw the beginning and the end, all they see is a number format, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is we saw where it grew and what really helps. And the thing is if you cut certain things, you're like, dude, you're going to see a drastic like drop.
What type of things are that? Like,
Sometimes like the promoters and the people that helped get it popping.
I
Yeah,
see.
man.
They
Because,
start seeing
you
the
know, at
value.
the end of the day, it's like, right, like it's your job, right? At the end of the day, you're selling a product.
Facts.
People are not only buying the product, but they're buying you, you know? So when you're hiring these promoters, because these people are actually genuine, fun, cool people.
yeah.
You cut that, who's the host of the party now?
Right.
And they cut that for the bottom line, basically.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
problem is because they're paying the guy, I'm just throwing a number out there. Let's say they're paying the guy $1,200, $1,000. Is that $1,200 really worth losing 5 to 10 grand?
Correct.
Right.
You know what
Makes
I mean?
no sense.
It makes no sense.
And you
happens
also
a
get
lot,
that
though.
reputation, you know, that people come and have a good time. They're going to tell all their friends about
Yeah.
it, you know. And that's the reputation, like, you know, a lot of bars, but like 1, 2, 3, and those, they set that vibe. Why in the past, you'd say 5, 6, 7 years has like the promoter, as you would say, the job kind of disappeared? You think it's been social media? Or?
You know what it is, bro? There's a formula to it to be a promoter, and a lot of people haven't came up to an opportunity to want to learn the formula. You know, a lot of people think it's just partying, but it isn't. It's finding the right DJs. It's finding the right flyers. It sounds crazy. You know, videos used to go from 40 seconds now to a 15 seconds because people's mentality can only watch a 15-second clip. So many things have changed, but no one wants to learn, you know? Everybody, think about the work ethics nowadays. You know how hard it is to find good workers?
Yeah.
You know? So who would want to just, even though it's part of fun, but who wants to actually get drunk and work?
Yeah, it's fact. Yeah, because they're either going to take it one way or the other.
Yep.
And, you know, you kind of got to balance the both. I'm assuming
Yeah.
you do have to be that fire time when people show up.
Yeah.
And push them to drink and be a good time.
And the thing is, too, not to throw it off, a lot of the times, too, when I've left the venues, to be honest with you, I got given sometimes out of that a better opportunity,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Or it's obviously just like anything else, more money.
You know,
You know?
you obviously saw potential. Or
Yeah.
why would you leave? Now, are you overall happy you took this hospitality route?
Dude, to be honest with you, man, you're going to be like, what? But I thought I was going to work with kids.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Not a lot of people see that coming, but when I was at PBA, I was working Salvation Army. I worked on the town of Palm Beach with kids. I did Place of Hope,
Yeah.
right? I thought I was working with kids, but then I saw there was no money. So one day, I mean, I'm smart enough to know if I'm going to have my own family, I need to make a decent amount of money. There was no money in it.
Yeah.
So somehow hospitality in that circle ended up working. No one would believe that. I know you guys want it.
Now, you went to PBA, correct?
I did.
And that's a religious school, no?
Yeah.
Okay. How was that tied into the hospitality like you're living?
I mean, I wouldn't say they're not big fans of it. Things have changed. They're pretty open and liberal there.
Yeah.
They're more like not as hardcore Christian.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be in that way, but I'm saying like I was working at Blue Martini, and it wasn't like they were on me about it. They're just more like, don't bring it back to the school with you, which I respected.
Yeah.
Like, I never was like, hey, let's get drunk on Friday or Saturday. I was just like, hey, you know where I'm working at, you know where I'm at, X, Y, and Z, you know?
How small of a school was it? Was it like, it was almost
It's
like a
way
high school?
bigger now. It's crazy, man. Like, when I went, it was like 3,000 kids.
Total?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's huge now. Yeah. Like, you go downtown, dude, they've bought everywhere.
Wow.
It's insane.
That's kind of fire, though, because it's almost like high school, but like it's so...
It really was, dude.
Yeah.
It really was. Everyone knew each other.
Yeah. You know who fucking knew.
I did get busted, though, during my first season on the baseball team. My coach goes, Aaron, I'm not going to say my other buddy, come over here. And we're like, yeah. He's like, this is your address, isn't it? I was like, shit.
Just moved.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's rewind from where we are now and move into the future and go back to the past. Talk to me about like your personal upbringing, what that was like.
Originally, I mean, it's funny. I'm wearing the outfit, but I'm from California originally.
Okay.
Was Cali my whole life. Came out here when I was 21, 2010. I thought it was just gonna be a 4-year vacation, to be honest with you.
For school?
Yeah, and then my parents came on the one time they came to Florida at the time being my graduation. Next thing you know, we're eating. Just to let you know, we're moving out of Cali, going to Arizona. So I was like, oh shit, I got to start all over again. Yeah. So that's how I kind of ended up staying in Florida.
Okay.
It's weird how things work out, though, you know?
Did you go to PBA for baseball?
Yeah, man. I had a D1 full ride to Binghamton D1, and I lost it. So I had to find a D2.
Why'd you lose it?
Short one class.
Damn.
You're going to be like, dude, shut the fuck up, but you ready? A lab.
Wow.
Damn.
One class, and it was a lab. Dude. It wasn't even like a main class. It was a lab.
Was there like a solid reason you missed the lab, or was it just like...
You know what, man? I was 19, thought I was going to go. My counselor said I was going to go. I didn't look into it, obviously, because I was too busy playing baseball, partying, whatever. Yeah. And I was short one lab.
Damn.
Are you, overall, when you look back in retrospect, are you happy like where you ended up and what you're doing now, or do you look back and regret sometimes?
I love what I do. It's more now business than it is pleasure, you know, which kind of sucks because you get into it because of pleasure, you know. But, I mean, dude, to be totally honest with you, like, it's hard to predict. Like, all right, let's say I would have gone to Arizona.
Correct.
What the hell would I have been doing?
Mm.
Like, would have got a regular 9-to-5, worked at one of those Kaiser universities online or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who knows what I'd have been
working
doing.
with kids.
Yeah, like seriously, who would have really like known? So yeah, I'm happy things turned out. I mean, there's always a couple bumpy waves along the way, you know, because obviously, like, I'm a very big on integrity. So if I don't agree with something, I'm not gonna flow with it. Especially if, like, I know it's the right way, not because it's my decision. It's like, dude, I'm looking out for you, like, you know. So,
you ever get little barking matches at bars you worked at because of that? Telling people how it is?
Nah.
Nah. Have you ever been in a bar fight?
I've broken up a million of them, but no, I haven't like started one.
Have you ever gotten? Come on.
There was the one I've told this story on the podcast before.
Oh, FSU, yeah, we had it on film, Did you ever get knocked in the face trying to break up a fight?
No, I've only been punched in the face once in my life.
Dude, I've had some shit happen. Like, yeah, because it's like I'm one of those people that I try to jump in because obviously if I don't jump in, your security is stopping someone. Look, at the end of the day, your security isn't getting paid salary. So they're there to make that extra money. So if someone swings at them, they're swinging back, dude.
Yeah.
That's just what it is, you know? And at the end of the day, you know, I try to jump in, so I'm like, nah.
De-escalate.
Yeah, de-escalate. Because you already know your security can beat the person up like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
You know? So you're like, shit, like, I don't want this dude to get knocked. Or this female get whatever. So it's true. I don't want to see someone get rock bottom. So I mean, but have I had my situations? Yeah, I've had to grab a few people, might have swung here and there, but the older I got, the more I'm like, dude, I don't really want to deal with it, dude.
Nowadays, lawsuits for everything too. You got to be so fucking careful.
No, yeah, 100%. But the thing, you know, what the crazy part is is people will start the fight and they don't get there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
And then they're like, after the fight, they're like, I'm suing. And you're like, bro, cameras.
Yeah. What would you do, Aaron, if, say, you know, you're going to break up a fight, Tammy, 200 pounds, just came right from the country store. You know, you pull her off, she's grabbing the hair, and she turns around, just socks you right in the chin. Are you coming off? You coming off that Tammy?
Nah. Not a female?
How do you take Tammy down? Respectfully, though.
Respectfully?
She rocked you, bro. She's 250. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you're defensive. Like, he's not trying to get killed.
Nah, I mean, dude.
Side sweep?
Yeah, dude. At the end of the day, you gotta get their arms. You gotta dangle them. No, I'm just kidding. No. I mean, dude, when it happens like that, in that moment, I hate to say it, if you get swiped by a girl, I don't know why, but you know in that moment when everything freezes?
Yeah.
Everybody sees it. For that moment, you're like, everybody sees it, and you're like, dude, get your ass over here right now and help me with this 250.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude. Bro, there was one night at Kachina, we had this crazy drunk, like, older lady. She had to be, like, 40s or 50s. And she was definitely, like, on pain pills or something because she was just acting out of her mind. Mm-hmm. And she was, like, being too aggressive with some people at the bar. So at first I, like, sent Alex over there to try and, like, get her to leave. And I'm just watching from the distance to see how it goes.
I wish I could have a picture of you just in that.
I have the security footage somewhere. I'll try and find it.
Everyone always references Pete as this guy.
Yeah, I did a lot of that. So I'm just watching, trying to like make sure everything goes okay, and it's not going well. So I go over there to help him out, and she's got a giant glass of wine in her hand too. I go over there to help him out, and we're like, look, you really got to go. This is like dinner time too. It's not like Kachina nightclub yet. This is still Kachina dinner time, and she's like getting pissed at this point. She's like, fuck you. And at that point, it's like, okay, fuck you too, lady. You know, like, there's no, like...
no, fuck you.
And so I can see her swinging the fucking glass of wine. Me and Alex are both in, like, full suit and tie and shit.
Yeah.
So I grab the glass of wine, and I start bending it back, and I just dump it out behind the bar. So now the glass of wine is out of play. Spencer, you know Spencer, comes
Tabletop
over.
her? No. Okay.
Spencer comes over and decides he's going to start filming it for some reason.
Oh, no way.
Maybe just to make sure, like, you know, we don't get sued or something, because now we're, like, having to handle this lady.
He was taking a live Karen video?
Yeah, he did do it like Karen
That's like the first person I've ever you to know.
He comes up with the camera, and this triggered her for some reason, and she lunges at Spencer and grabs him by the throat, bro.
She fucking throat grabbed him?
Throated Spencer.
That's an alpha move, dude. She's getting knocked right in the beak.
So then I think me and Alex had to, like, grab her by both sides and, like, almost lifted her out the side door. We had the cops there, like, 2 seconds later. The cops show up. Me and Alex are literally in the alley with her. I've got her by her arms and Alex has her by her legs. And we're just, like, holding her in the air because she's, like, swinging and flailing.
Dude, I'm telling you.
The cops show up, and we just kind of, like, let them take care of it at that point. We're outside the restaurant, so we, like, drop her, go back inside.
I throw her in
We
my
got a
trunk.
standing ovation when we came back inside the restaurant. The cops come in a few minutes later to, like, get statements from us and shit. They had handcuffed her and put her in the car. After they get our statements and they go back outside, she had gotten out of her handcuffs in the car.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, this person's real.
This lady was nuts, dude. I'm telling you.
There's a lock on the freezer, right? That's what I would have done. Right in the freezer.
Okay.
The walk-in coolers.
Was this an older lady?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she had to be at least
It's gotta be
15,
John
maybe
Wick's
older.
mom.
She was fucked up.
Yeah,
dude.
you
It was
can quote
crazy.
me on this. You ever throw grab me? I don't care if you were man, woman. Identify as a cranberry. I don't give a shit. You throw grab me? Double throw grab? You're getting laid out.
I gotta find the security.
All right? That ain't okay. All right?
It was nuts.
Jesus Christ. You know what? Some people need to start getting fucking knocked out more, you know?
Yeah, you can't do it these
Yeah,
days.
fuck you.
Dude, the worst one, though, I hate guys all the time. When you're like, hey, boss, I think it's time for you to leave. You know, you're a little blah, blah, blah. They look up at you. Every time, bro. It's
Yeah.
always them looking up at you, sitting
Short
down.
things? Yeah, short
Because
things.
they're falling asleep on the couch or some shit, and they go, I tell you when I want to leave. And I was like, what the fuck, bro?
You don't know how this
That's the
works.
worst
Yeah.
one, dude.
No.
And you're like, all right, do I grab him? Do I put him in a headlock from the back? Do I just, you know, you think of so many things in that moment, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's the worst one.
You know, you should have... Oh, God, that sounds super sexist. We can cut this out. You should have a girl on deck who would just, like, lure him somewhere, and then he's out. You know, like, lure him in the
outside?
front door, like, come here, baby, come with me. Walk out, then you say no more.
Close the door.
You
Kick
want,
him in.
you want to hear something pretty funny, though?
It's a pretty good idea.
At one of the
Yeah, right?
at one of the clubs, we had a girl security one time. she was a manly security, and she tried stopping a guy fight. And
Make it a definition, please.
and she got dropped, dude.
Oh no.
Damn, really?
She always wanted to be in one of the brawls. I swear, bro. Always wanted to be in there.
No.
And she finally got her opportunity.
And
she got dropped.
Slept.
Damn, dog.
I wouldn't wish that on Ethan Tammy.
I felt so bad. You would have never guessed, though, because she used to wear a jacket like the rest of the guys. So you never would have guessed, dude.
Oh, no. It's like that rapper Young Ma.
yeah.
I thought that was...
I think it's Young M.A.
Yeah, well, Young Ma. I swear to God, that's not how you pronounce
I
it.
think she says M.A.
Well, that makes sense. Now, were you single throughout this whole nightlife period? How did you Daniel, handle the dating scene?
I'm over here looking at a beer like, oh, shit. Nah, man. I mean, I might have to cut this part out, too. That's good. No. Nah, man. I mean, honestly, you got to be realistic. So when you're in your 20s and you work in the club business, you have your fun.
It's okay.
Yeah,
triple digits fun?
I had girlfriends throughout the time, but it is hard to maintain a relationship in the hospitality business. It really is, because time frame, you get home, trust issues.
You could have a filet mignon at home, but you're at the the sushi buffet all night.
Hey,
man, you're trying to diet.
Good old saying, I gotta tell you can look at the menu, but don't order.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
You could have a fishing pole in the water, but I ain't reeling up. Just eating nibbles. God, I just made that up.
Yeah, you can tell.
Fuck you.
For a second there, I thought he was going to the strip club part. I was like, oh, shit.
Aaron, would you consider yourself a player?
Back then, yeah. I'll be honest.
When did you lose the player stripes?
I'd say more going into older 20s. I'm 33 now. You get a kid, kind of.
Pete, you had a few things you want to shoot out?
Sure, you want to talk about them now? This seems random.
Yep.
Okay, well, I don't understand the science behind this, but I'm also a firm believer in it. How the fuck is yawning contagious? Alright, well, that seems just forced, to be honest with you. But it's like... but it's real, bro.
Dude, it's crazy you said that,
It's a
though,
fact.
because my dad yawned today, and I yawned right after him, They say it's a subconscious thing where your brain needs oxygen.
Right.
That's why you
But
yawn.
then why is it contagious?
What?
Then what makes it contagious?
Because we're robots, Peter.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that goes in the old saying, monkey does, monkey do. I mean...
Yeah.
I guess. But it's like also...
Sound is
today
real,
I
too.
did it, like I was getting my ozone treatment, and I yawned. And the lady that was in the room, wasn't even really paying attention to me.
Yawn?
She was looking at someone else, talking to someone else, and yawned right after. And then I immediately added it to my notes.
Yeah.
But it's not...
Dude, I
don't
think
know,
it's
bro.
crazy.
I don't get it.
When you start to really realize how much the subconscious brain does, as you're moving, and how many things you capture, and that lady, for instance. What was the story again? All right.
Okay.
No, absolutely.
It's real, right? You believe in that?
Yawning is contagious, but it makes me do believe that there is this energy field, or we're in a simulation. Because what side of the brain does that affect? Because they were telling me there's a right and left side, right? Left side
Yes,
is
right.
R, right. How do they know that?
Science. Someone figured it out.
Well, science would tell you if someone's dead, their brain's not working. So how do they figure it out on a dead brain? And if
I
you're
don't
telling
think
me,
they did.
I mean, I think it's contagious like this, right? Think about... I'm going to use clothing, for example.
Okay.
Yes.
In jail, they said it started when the sagging pants. Somehow that became outside, and everyone started sagging pants.
Right.
Who started skinny jeans? There's certain people that shouldn't be wearing skinny jeans, but they're wearing skinny jeans. I just think people see stuff. That's why it's harder to find a leader, I think.
All right.
Because, think about it. You start a cool brand, all of a sudden everyone else starting
That's
the same
right,
brand,
that's
right.
That's how I look at it. I think it's just the good old saying, monkey see, monkey do, man.
do you think you're a pioneer?
I'll let you know if I ever own something.
But do you think you're creative? You want to take lead?
Yeah. I mean, because I look at it if people every day wake up and just go through the motions, there's got to be one person that starts their day for them, right? Because it's put it like this: how many people actually wake up in the day? Because I know sometimes I don't, but they said it in the military. How many people wake up in the day and actually do their bed before they start the day?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time, I would say those are predominantly. I don't want to say clean, like they're leaders, right? Because they're starting the day already doing their bed.
Correct.
And
They're
I was-
starting on the right foot. They're starting by action.
Yeah.
You were in the military.
No.
Okay. So you just made a military reference. Though.
Yeah, but
It's
I
just
saw.
something they say.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. He made it seem okay. Something he said something I heard in the military. And so I thought
No,
he was in the
no,
military.
my bad.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Okay, Aaron. When you look at what you've been able to build and put on your resume through the hospitality industry, where do you see the next steps leading you?
Man, I'm 33 now. I'm hoping by 35 ownership.
Okay.
That's the game plan.
And what's if I showed you a ferry, right, to give you 100% capital in any concept that you want in West Palm, what type of bar would you open?
There's so many different themes that are not in Florida, man. I mean, I'll give you one example, right? I've always been a big fan of, let's say, like, you got Tao, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's one in New York, there's one in Vegas, there's one in Cali.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in South.
Wow.
So just things like that, bro. Everyone does the same concepts, right? You really think about it if you go to a lot of these venues, right? You got Live and Omnia that do the right, or you got someone that throws like a retro bar, or you got someone that throws fake leaves on a wall, looks like Wrigley Field. You know, like everybody kind of has the same shit, but like I look at it. If we're in Florida, this is what it's missing. You know what I mean? Like if I was in obviously New York, I couldn't do a theme like that, you know?
Do you think a Tao group type bar would work in West Palm?
West Palm, man, you know the problem about West Palm? The only problem? People are willing to drive down to Miami to get the concept, but if that concept came up to West Palm, they wouldn't appreciate it.
That's
as
what I'm
much.
saying, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the thing about, I always say in West Palm, people take a lot for granted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the appreciation. If you go all around, I was telling Ryan Cota this, and he agreed. Because you got to travel more and see. If you go around all in the United States, I've traveled a lot. Every year I go to 2 to 3 different cities. I want to see different bars. I'm very big into like the development of stuff. Dude, West Palm is the only spot that has nightclubs for a small city.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And like a lot of them too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every
seriously.
other small area, you go to Fullerton, California, you go to a lot of these small areas like that, bars.
Yeah.
Like at Delray. They don't got one club.
Mm.
They're all bars. Fort Lauderdale, they have
Yeah.
a few clubs. They have like, 2 clubs?
And I think it's really because West Palm is a melting pot. You know,
Yeah.
it really is. You could find every type of nationality and type of influence, and you have very wealthy people, you have very not wealthy people, and all kind of in a mix. So, shout out to West Palm. Fuck
Yeah, 100%. I love West Palm.
If you were gonna open a place, would it be in West Palm or would you go somewhere else?
Yeah, man. I mean, to me, I like that West Palm's still local based because when you go to Miami, right, it's all tourist based. It's all like, yeah, you still got your locals, but dude, it's like you got so many different categories and competition.
Yeah.
In West Palm, it's like In-N-Out, right?
Mm-hmm.
The menu's got 5 things. West Palm is simple. People like the 5 things. The only thing that sucks is like it's a small category, right? Like people will go down to Miami to go see some house DJ perform. If I booked the same one in West Palm, it would take me 10 times harder to market that
Yeah,
because for some odd reason people just don't appreciate it. But they're willing to drive to Live
Right.
exactly.
and go see it.
Yeah.
Do you think it's for the clout or whatever the type of?
I think
image?
it's at the end of the day, it's saying I'm in
Yeah,
Miami.
it's
Yeah,
facts.
right.
Yeah.
You know, because I have a bunch of friends that come from Cali. They hit me up. Yo, I'm in Miami. I'm like, dude, I told you I'm in West Palm. They're like, but come meet me. I'm like, bro, that's 1 hour and 20. Like,
Yeah.
nah, you should have came up this way.
Yeah. So shoot it to me straight. You're in the business, Aaron. What's the temperature on In-N-Out? And is that because I'm hearing mixed reviews? I really got my blood pressure up when I heard it was good, and then I got really disappointed when I had a close ally, or which I thought, tell me that it was very overrated. Right. So what is your overall temperature? If you were to give it a number score, well, what's the vibe? I just don't. Want
I think it's an 8.58 when it comes to fast food because it is fresher than most places. They grill it literally in plain sight. They're literally mashing it up, put it on. You see it.
Okay.
It's not like anything else where they're just throwing the frozen. You can't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think people think it's overrated because there's such a hype with it, right? It's just like anything else. Like people hype up some Yeezys, you finally get some Yeezys, and you're like, I don't like them.
Yeah.
It's overhyped.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now, when we talk about the burger itself, is it like a Burger King level burger?
Nah, it tastes fresh.
Dude,
it tastes like you're putting it on the grill yourself. I hate to say it like that. It tastes like if I was outside rocking some good old patties.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you get the cheese fries and stuff too?
Oh, you're talking about the good old animal.
Yeah. I'm telling you what, I'm gonna beat off to that tonight. Peter, you had one more thing written there. What was it?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to talk about this. It's kind of on the political end of things. But how about this Biden speech that looked like Hitler, the crazy background and
Yeah,
shit?
a little sketchy. And you ought to think that someone like would be in their meme department and would be like,
Yeah, right.
Mr.
It
President,
should be a department these days.
I don't know out of your 1.7 trillion you just spent, but maybe allocate another $30,000 to the meme department. Hire someone and be like, that picture ain't gonna go well, boss. You know. And no, someone on one side would say, oh, that's on purpose. They want to deliver an image and make one side feel inferior and make them feel more powerful. I don't know. All I know is the first reaction when I saw it was, that's not great, you know, and very, you know, it's the iconic image of him like screaming, holding a fist, but it's not a great image. And again, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm just a fucking person. And sometimes I vote one way or the other way because I like one person or the other, or whatever the fuck it is. But right now, I just don't have a great vibe with what's going on, like in the world and in the government and what the fuck is going on. And so I just hope shit gets better. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Anywho.
You know what I think why they do things like that time to time? This is just my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think they do things like that to get to everybody to talk about it. Yeah. And then behind doors, other deals are getting closed out. Right? Because everyone's talking about, oh, look at this meme, look at this controversy, look what they're doing.
Smoke bomb.
But little do we know, $1 billion deal just went down overseas or some bullshit.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, call me.
That's a good point. That's probably actually
facts,
super
bro.
true.
When you think about it, dude, the amount of money and power these people have. Because not just money, they have literally trillions, but they have power too. Like Alex was saying, everything you see is because they want you to see it. You know, in the news, in the paper, and everywhere. They have so much backing. They influence everything, bro. You know, so to my point about the joke about having a mean person, they probably do. That person probably went to them and said, this is going to stir the pot. And they said, fuck it. You know, we want. Here's the thing. As you're saying, the more divisive we are, the more we're bickering with each other. They're doing whatever the fuck they want up there. Ain't no one watching. They're able to make deals and funnel money back into their pockets, Republicans and Democrats alike. And I think they just need to fucking flush the whole system. I don't know.
I think at the end of the day, this is how I look at it. Especially the older we get, and kids don't notice as much. Every day we wake up, we got a routine of everything, right?
Yeah.
You're doing your tattoos, you're doing your construction, I'm doing our hospitality. If we notice something, it's only two things. Either I agree with you, they want us to see it, or somebody was being lazy and they fucked up.
Yeah.
But think about it. Every day we do a routine.
Yeah.
Routine. But for us to notice something outside our routine.
Facts. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. That's how I look at it.
And that's what just kind of gives me a little feeling. Again, I don't care what the fuck you believe. Believe whatever makes you happy. But to me, just something's a little off right now. Should I tell my story about the crop dust?
Yeah, I was waiting for when you were going to bring it up.
I was in Schmeiftheim Schmitness this morning, and actually it was like a few mornings ago, and I'm sitting there.
Why'd you make the name like that?
Because I don't want to get back to their PR department. I'm getting shade there. I pay fucking $250,000 a month to go there, dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't even come with a fucking never mind. So, anyways, cut. I was at my gym, a newer gym located in the Palm Beach Gardens area.
Lifetime Fitness, it's ridiculous. The membership's like $250 a month.
And what I'm getting at is I'm there changing, and they got really, really nice showers and stuff, dude. The whole department there is really clean. And
showers that Nick uses.
Yes, no, I do. Oh, that was one of my questions. When you use a public shower, are you using flip-flops?
Oh, shit.
Because I go bare.
Yeah, well, you're not scared of.
I'm starting to think this is where the towel question was coming from.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it does skeeve me out, dude, because I know guys are beating in there, dude. The post gym beat's one of the best, dude.
in the public shower.
Well, I'm not saying I do it. I'm
I
saying,
believe you.
dude, I have respect, dude. I'll pee in your pool. I ain't gonna nut in your shower, dude. You know? I mean, don't quote me on that. It's but, you know, so
You probably should be wearing
I probably
flip-flops.
should. I still haven't, and I've been doing it like 10 times now.
You should get some Crocs or something. I can see you rocking some Crocs.
I got Crocs, camo Crocs. No one will see them.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, probably wear shoes. And for you people out there, maybe someone's not nutting. They're probably pissing. I'll probably step in a piss for sure. So anyways, I'm there in my towel. I changed to my underwear. I put my gym bag on the ground, get my clothes out for work and what. And this dude, probably mid-50s, walks right in front of my face with Grandpa Whitey tighties, and he crop dusts me. Right? I can't even say it. Crop dusted me right in my beak, dude. I'm leaned over 4 inches away from my face, and it was a little toot, dude. He heard it for sure. He thought it was going to be a little silent guy, and it came out. And I remember thinking, I probably just got pink eye for sure. Okay? And second off, if you're even in the realm of a half-naked boy leaning over and you're about to crop dust him, you halt. You stop all movement and you reverse. Okay, that is just disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know, so at that point, I get up. I had to walk it off, right? How do you take that to the chin? He knows for sure. He just farted in my fucking face.
It was probably deliberate. You don't do that on accident.
Yeah, maybe he, saw me change or something.
Could you imagine him turning around? He said, "Hey, my bad, man."
Yeah. Out for a handshake, dude.
Oh my god.
Listen, I would have to stand up because I'd be looking right at his cock. Excuse me, sir. You got a BCC, big white BWC. That's a thing, BWC.
Oh my god, bro.
Listen, man. Aaron, you have to go in the last 10 years to one bar for one night. What bar are you going to? With what group of people and partying?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good actually question.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, honestly, for once, I really don't have a. Cause that's a really good question. I mean,
left Aaron speechless.
He did. He did. That was a good one.
Hey.
That was solid. I mean, dude, there's so many cool places. Because my mentality now for my 20s would have picked a club.
Yeah.
But now I would pick a bar.
Fact.
Yeah. So that one really got me, dude.
Last one for you. You've done a lot of traveling, like you said. You go to a lot of cities. What is your favorite city? Where would you tell someone to go?
It is between. Chicago has a phenomenal nightlife, like cool as shit.
Bar vibe?
Bars
Bar
and
vibe.
nightclubs, bro.
Really?
They got everything. They have like secretly, I don't think their nightlife gets talked about as much as it really should.
Yeah.
Have
you been to the Barstool Chicago?
Have not, man. That's actually I want to go back out there. I went out there for my birthday. I went with Selecta Steve.
Yeah.
And
Shout out Steve.
Big Steve. But yeah, man, I want to go. Like we went to a bunch of places. Do the rooftop bars from there. They had a place called Juice Box where the girls were actually drinking like their free drinks out of the juice, like a juice box.
Fire.
It's just different shit that you're like, dude, you don't see that anymore. I've never seen that in New York. I've never seen that in Boston. Yeah. So like, dude, it's just their nightlife is just on a whole nother. Because you got everything. You literally have everything.
You flick the bean?
What?
That was a pretty good question.
I cupped it.
I love it. Side to side, vertical. I was talking about the bean. Anyways. Now, I had a fucking good one, dude.
Take your time.
My brain is going on overdrive. I still haven't gotten over the, what were we talking about? It gave me high blood pressure. Oh, In and Out. Last question, Aaron. Not personality, not who you like hanging out with. Who is the best West Palm DJ?
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a hard question.
I feel like you can get a lot of people mad at me right now.
Yeah.
That's the point of the question.
I mean, I'm always going to have to go with, I have my favorite two.
Okay, give me those.
All right, 3 really. I have my it's rough, but like Selecta Steve for the last 10 years has been my boy, my go-to. It's one of my best friends. I've done a lot of parties with.
What's Selecta Steve's go-to song? What's that song where he plays You Look Up At Him?
See, that's rough because you know what, man? You put Selecta Steve at Gachinas, he's playing a whole different than when you put him at one of the spots I've done. Yeah, it's like night and day, dude. You walk in, you see Dancing Queen. And then next minute you walk in. Song. And next minute you walk in, it's like, back that ass up. You're like, what the fuck?
That man's a chameleon.
It's true.
Okay, so who's the second one?
Oh, man. It's between, all right, I like G Rhymes, David Paul, and obviously Alex Gregory is my good boy.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
It's a good lineup.
Yeah, I wasn't going to press you to one. But
It's a little rough out there, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, Aaron, anything else you want to touch on today?
No, man. I mean, I'm just appreciate you guys had me on here, man. It was a lot of fun. I literally had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good, man. That was fun.
And if they want to come support one of your restaurants or where you're at now, what's the name of the
bar? We have Myers Lounge and we have 335.
Any good deals?
We got the best hookahs at 1.
Hey.
And then we have the best, I'd say... Reed might. No, I'm just kidding. No, Reed might get mad. I say craft cocktails. Now, I think we have the nicest venue upstairs, though. The 335, the Capone one. Yeah, it's all out based off Al Capone theme.
Really?
Yeah, it's all woodwork.
I'm Italian. How do I know? It's based on my cousin Al Capone.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful venue. I'd say it's the nicest venue downtown, for sure.
Pete and I are going to boogie back
Yeah, we got to come back.
I would love that, man. Well, I'm so happy for you, bro. You're going to kill it. I know with your personality, I'd have no doubt. You're just contagious, dude. And
thank you, brother.
Your energy's great. Guys, if you want to reach out to Aaron, ask him questions or give advice for someone in hospitality, he's moved through the industry pretty well, so maybe he's a good person to reach out to. Support Myers Lounge, guys. Support our people. That means the world. Tell a family and friend, go to their happy hour. Just support people we know. So thank you guys for watching this week. This is Aaron Illharreguy. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
But I've been outside getting money, I'm on my thug again. Tryna stack a little dub, tryna catch a win. And next time I drop a coupe, it's gonna be a twin turbo. Always been a G, but I ain't never been a herb though.